Hi everyone, welcome to Humble Warrior Yoga. My name's Taylor. Today's class is going to be a short and sweet yin yoga class. You will need 2 blocks. The fun fact today is that wombat poop is actually shaped like a cube. Alrighty, we're going to start this one laying down on our backs in a reclined butterfly. So take your feet together and your knees wide. And grab your 2 blocks and place them on the middle setting or the lowest setting underneath your legs. Start by taking a few deep breaths. Maybe you keep your hands on your abdomen. Notice where your breath comes from and where does it go to? If you find your adductors are opening up, maybe you pop down a setting on your blocks or you take them out completely. Notice how this feels, if one side feels tighter than the other. Pay attention to where your mind drifts off to. And then as soon as you notice that, try and come back to your breathing. Alrighty, take one more breath in here. And let it go. Closing the legs like a book. Move your blocks over to the side. Take your feet mat distance apart and just start to windshield wiper the knees side to side. Dropping them over to the right and then to the left. Good. Come back to center. So a couple options. You can just roll to one side and come up to a seat, or you can rock forward and back along the length of your spine. Once you come up, make your way to a tabletop, so to all fours, hands and knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Drop your belly, lift your chest up. And exhale, round your spine, push the floor away. Just a couple more like that. One more. Good. Come back to center. Make sure your 2 blocks are towards the top of your mat. And then step your right foot to your right pinky finger here. Grab your blocks, bring them up onto the highest setting, starting off in a lizard pose. Feeling a nice stretch in the front of the left hip. Now you can move your hips over to the left, over to the right. You just really want to feel it in the targeted area. And we'll take a couple breaths here. You can have your back toes tucked under or not. That's completely your own preference. And now you have the option to stay here in this lizard lunge, or take your block off of your mat on any setting and going into the quad stretch, so reaching the right arm back and catching the left foot, either the inside or the outside. I'll leave that up to you. You can wing the right knee open as well. That helps to give you a little bit more space. Nice. Gently release your foot. Push back into a half split just as a counter stretch. We'll do another hamstring stretch later in the class, but straighten your leg any amount. Good. And then back into a tabletop. We'll switch sides. So step your left foot to your left pinky finger, starting in that lizard stretch. Notice where your mind goes to. Really try and relax your hips down towards the floor. You might find that your body muscle guards where it's like like you don't want to relax into it. So see if you can just relax. And if you ever need a reset in your mind in any of the poses, just take a deep breath. So breathe in and out. One more deep breath in. And out. Nice. Option to stay here, or if you're coming with me and doing the quad stretch, take your block, the right one, off of your mat, hand to that block. Reach the left arm up, over and around to catch the right foot, either the inside. You could also catch the outside. If you've got the inside, try and point your chest down. Remember, you can always wing that left knee open. That'll give yourself a little bit more space. Take another breath in. All the way out. Gently release your foot if you have it, and then push back into a half split. Hips go back, straighten the left leg. Nice. Bring it back into that tabletop. Alrighty. Bring to a seat. Have your blocks near. Extend your left leg out and your right leg in. Now turn to face that left leg and then just fold over top of the left leg. Now I want this to be more of a yin fold where you're very rounded. Now that might mean grabbing one of your blocks and placing your forehead onto your block, or if you have a bolster, that could also work. Or perhaps you feel comfortable with kind of just rounding and tucking your chin towards your chest and having your head just hang there in space. Try and relax your left leg. Good, and then gently round your spine all the way up. Switching sides, right leg out, left leg in. Turn to face the right leg. And then just begin to fold any amount. Notice how this side feels, if it feels tighter. For me, this is definitely my tighter side, both the right hamstring and the left side waist, which makes for a bit of a double whammy. Notice where your breath comes from. Keep inhale, expanding the abdomen. And exhale, softening your body. And coming all the way up. Shake out your shoulders. Now, hands behind you, knees bent, feet flat. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Now you have an option to stay here in this figure four or coming into double pigeon. So the left shin comes down, the right shin stacks over top of the left. Now you want your right foot flush with your left thigh. And notice this gap between my right shin and my left shin. I'm just gonna slip a block right in between there. And the block for me is on the first setting. Maybe for you, it's on the second setting. You could also slide a pillow in between there as well. Now I want you to take your hands behind you and start to arch your spine. So you're flicking your tailbone back and puffing your chest up. And this might be where you stay. Like, I already feel a intense stretch into the glute area. If you are more flexible and you have a little bit more range, your second block can come in front of you, and then you can fold forward and place your forearms down onto that block. So I'll leave that up to you. And if it does get too intense or you don't quite have the mobility for double pigeon yet, figure four or regular pigeon is always there for you. We'll be here for another 90 seconds or so. So close your eyes. Take 3 more breaths. Good, and then lean back. Block comes out. Untangle yourself. Windshield wiper the legs a few times. Nice, and then come back to center. Cross your left ankle in front of your right for figure four. Now, by all means, stay here. This is perfectly fine. You could even do this on your back. If you're with me and you did it on side one, you're kind of committed to side two at this point. So placing the right shin down, stacking the left shin on top. Now remember, your right ankle, your left ankle, it's not completely hanging off of your body. You want your foot kind of flush with the right quad. And option, block comes in between your shins just to give your body that extra support. Staying upright, fingertips behind you. And then if you want to fold forward, you can grab your second block in front, maybe putting your forearms down onto that block. Remember, that's just an option. Be here for another minute or so. Three more breaths. Good. Lean back. Block comes out. Untangle your legs. And windshield wiper them side to side. Okay, laying down onto your back with your knees bent and your feet flat. Setting up for banana, my favorite pose. So pick your hips up just enough to shift them over to the left side of your mat. Now, as you straighten your legs, walk your feet over towards the right side of your mat. So you're in this banana crescent moon shape. Cross your left ankle over top of your right ankle. And you can just stay here, feeling a stretch in the left side body, left glute. Try and keep your sacrum flat to the floor. So one hip's not lifting up too much. Probably the left hip would be lifting up. So sacrum's flat. And then option to take your arms up, and your right hand is going to catch your left wrist. Try and relax your body. Notice where you're gripping. Just a couple more breaths. Alrighty, release your grip and take your arms alongside your body. Now I get out of this pose in a bit of a different way because I find it hurts my back otherwise. So you're going to roll to your right side and then hug your left knee in towards your chest as you're on your right side. So give that knee a little bit of a squeeze and then make your way onto your back with your knees bent and your feet flat. And notice how that feels Your two hips are definitely going to feel a little different. But we'll move to the other side. So press your feet down, lift your hips up. Take the hips over to the right side of your mat. And as you straighten your legs, walk your heels over towards the left side of your mat. And then cross your right ankle in front of your left ankle. And this side might feel less or more intense. That's okay. The body's not symmetrical. And that's just a normal aspect of the human experience. Maybe you want your arms up. The left hand's going to catch the right wrist. Pay attention to any areas that start to have tension build up. So I could feel it kind of, I don't know, a death grip on my right wrist for some reason from the left hand. And then tension in the abdomen, face. Alrighty, release your grip and take your arms alongside. Rolling over to your left side body and hugging your right knee in towards your chest. And then lay down onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. A little happy baby, grab the outer edges of the feet. Rock side to side if that feels good. And then we'll take it into a twist. Drop the legs over to the left, arms to a T. You can turn your head to the right. And switch sides. Not going to hold the twist for too long. Just to kind of reset the spine. Legs fall to the right. Turn your head to the left. Good, let it go. Legs back to center. Knees in towards your chest. Doesn't need to be an aggressive hug or squeeze, but when you're ready, Savasana. Arms wide, legs wide. Get all your wiggles and your fidgets out, and then try to commit to being still. Feel free to stay here for as long as you need. Or if you're with me, wiggle your fingertips and toe tips. You can think of these areas as little light switches, waking up the nerves along the arms and the legs that connect back to the spine. Invite in bigger movements, rolling out the ankles and wrists. And then bend your knees into your chest. Come into a fetal position on one side. And gently press on up to a seat. Take your hands to your heart. Take a few deep breaths. Thumbs in between your eyebrows. Thank you so much for joining me for this yin class today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Lots of love and light, everybody.